Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the John Olive Fifth Quarter Show. I'm John Gray, and I'm here with Coach Olive after a wonderful trip to Marshall County, Coach, and come back with a W. That is exciting.
That was exciting. It was a hard-fought game, and it's one that Marshall County was not going to give that victory up very easily.
No, sir.
And our young men just got to a point where we talked about it all week long, that you got to just take it from them. At some point in time, if you want that win, you got to take it from them. And, both teams played really hard. I'm sure we both feel like we can play a little better than we did. But I don't think either one of us can fault our young men for how hard they fought. It was a very physical football game. We're a very beat-up football team right now.
Very physical.
And I think that they're probably in the same situation this morning.
Oh, I know they are. Because, the same football team that were number 4 for Shelbyville ran wild all night long, number 3 from Marshall County got his bell rung a bunch of times.
Right. Both 3 and 5, the quarterback were averaging over 100 yards a game rushing. And they'll get some yards against us. You'll see that.
Yeah.
But it's a long time coming for this senior class. A lot of them were playing, not a lot, but 4 or 5 were playing when we took an absolute beating from them 3 years ago.
Right.
Double that number were playing when they were sophomores, and we took an absolute beating at their place in 2015. And then last year, we stood toe-to-toe with them, but everybody's wondering, was it because they just were overlooking you guys or whatnot? And I know that, and it may not make any rhyme or reason to most people, but we talked about in 2015, we came back from that game, and even those sophomores that had played on Friday night, we turned around and played them again on Monday night in a JV game against Marshall County, and we beat them. Very close game, but we found a way to win that JV game, and they were minus, though, a special sophomore named Wallace.
Yep.
And so you're sitting there trying to put that one into your calculations and so forth. And then last year we felt like we were just a play away from having won that ball game instead of lost it. And so we talked about that you've been toe-to-toe with these guys before, and they're a big, physical-looking...
Same guys.
2
3 years later.
That's correct. And there's a transfer or 2 that's in there, and there's a transfer that has left.
Mm-hmm.
As Wallace left Marshall County this year to go back to Giles County and play with his older brother there, back at coaching at Giles. And so, all that being said, that's what we talked about all week, and we really felt like that if we could match them physically, then it would come down to which team could execute the best to win a football game.
Right.
And we did last night. I'm super proud of our young men.
Yeah,
I cannot say enough good things about our defensive staff, the improvement that our defensive side of the ball has made this year, as I think that we really do, and it's exciting to be able to have a football team that can win by playing defense.
Right.
That gives you a chance. That gives you a chance every week. And, we made progress. We're getting ready to have to make some more progress, as we'll see a really good offense this next week as well.
Right.
And we won't know which style offense we're actually going to get.
We were talking earlier, Coach, about hitting, and I remember a young man that played when I played, year after me, as a matter of fact, who is an exceptional football player, and his name was Heiss. And his dad, Jack, watches this show all the time, and Brother Heiss has had some health issues recently and stuff, and I just think you and I both need to wish him a good morning, because I know he's watching, and we're glad he's feeling good.
Yes, I was looking forward to being with him earlier this year at a funeral that his health kept him from coming and doing, though. But anyway, I'm glad he has watched us for years. And thank you. We wish you the best, Reverend Heiss.
Yeah, and his son Joe was a Wildcat with a vengeance, and so we're getting back to that, folks. We're getting back to that. You go get them rough and tough. 3 yards in a cloud of dust football, and I love it. I love it. I love it. We'll be back with the first quarter right after this commercial break.
Are you ready for some football? Are you ready for cool days and cold nights? We're here warming up to serve our community. Stroop Jacket Refrigeration would like to congratulate the 2019 class at Tullahoma. Go Cats!
Since 1889, Traders Bank has been helping our neighbors realize their dreams. Whether our customers are looking to put a roof over their heads, try their hand at entrepreneurship, or see themselves behind the wheel of a shiny new car, the folks at Traders Bank have always been ready to dive in with them. Because at Traders, we lend you more than just money. We lend you our good name. Traders Bank, you're welcome.
Attention, attention! Tullahoma and surrounding areas? Spinelli's Pizzeria is now open at 121 Northwest Atlantic Street in downtown Tullahoma. They specialize in Philadelphia-style pizzas that you can order by the pie or by the gigantic slice. Spinelli's also has great sandwiches with breads imported from Philly, loaded stromboli, salads, and desserts. They are open from 11 a.m. until 3 a.m. with delivery every day. So stop by Spinelli's and get a slice.
The choices we make today will impact tomorrow. Choosing natural gas today is the responsible energy choice for your home, your family, and our environment. Almost all natural gas we use is produced right here in North America. And with plentiful gas reserves, we can enjoy a safe and reliable energy future. Natural gas. The comfortable and responsible energy choice for today and tomorrow.
Brought to you by Elk River Public Utility District. Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Our captains last night, number 26 is Shamari Lane, number 76, Colton Morse, number 85, dual sport fall athlete, Jacob Uline. He is one of the best golfers on our high school golf team, but he wanted to play football.
Good for him.
And so Coach Bishop and I have worked something out, and the only part that I ever worry about is that we're not supposed to get him hurt. And then number 9, our permanent captain, Bryson Corn. And we win the toss, and we elect to take the football. We've been deferring, but last night we thought we would be better off getting the football first. Jacoby Thomas, good return by Jacoby.
Good job.
And we have the ball in great field position, 45-yard line. And we're going to do a little trading here with the tight end. And now we're going to run Mr. Bryson Corn downhill and to the outside and work just like we drew it up. I don't know, doesn't work like that all the time, but it was a nice way. First down, start the game.
He ran hard last night.
And we're trading our tight end around, just trying to, they've got a side that they like sending people to versus, or at least they had in the past, their tackles and their ends and everything. So we decided we were going to come out and try to mess with them. Ben does a great job. I thought Ben Fulton really grew up last night. And if you look at that one from the end zone, we were definitely in bounds by pretty good ways. Right. And Race Marin there on the catch. But Ben, he really grows up last night, I think. And if he'll just keep maturing, he's going to become very, very good. Again, now they chased Trammell from Shelbyville last week all over the place. I mean, he had 2 throwaways for penalties, and they sacked him 3 times. And you know, they can put the heat on you. And we're trying to run some stuff on 2, trying to slow down their rush. 3rd and 15. And Ben does a great job of standing in there. Bryson Corn catches the ball. They've blown the coverage. The safety came over the top, and Bryson steps inside him, and the Wildcats have got on the board. And we're just a tad slow here on execution, and we move our outside foot over on the edge, and so we end up getting one blocked. And
but it's 6-0.
It's 6-0. We've at least come out of the gate hard and quick here, and you will not see the ball move that easily the rest of the ball game.
No. The brakes go on.
It becomes a defensive game real quick. Brian Nims down there along with C.J. Harden. And they open up trying to run a quarterback counter, and that's Quentin Howard and Samari Lane closing rapidly. He only gets about a yard or 2. And then they try to run off tackle.
Good pursuit.
Tydrell Harden there makes the play for another short gain, so we've got them in a 3rd and 6, and they're going to run a play-action pass here, and good execution by them. They're going to complete it, and the young man, we missed the tackles there, and he picks up the 1st down. And good job, Peyton Howard. Scraped right where he's supposed to, and this was a tough week of practice for us. We had several young men that were battling sickness, and then the lightning ran us inside twice.
Yeah.
And needed an indoor facility so that we could keep practicing. Got the bootleg on here, and Grace is right where he needs to be, and
no good.
No good. The guy they were trying to sneak out to the flats actually ran into one of his own players and never made it to the flats. And if you're watching the replay, it was number 8 running into their number 3.
That was a good job catching that. Just catching
it. That's a great job by Kobe. And we're going to hit Matt Ross right here on a short pass. And short pass, but you pick up 7 yards. And that's what you want to be able to do, get 6 or 7 yards off of basically a long handoff.
Right. And that works all the way up to the pros.
It does. Get your man out in space. Here we miss block, and so we lose some of that yardage that we just made on 1st down. We face a 3rd and about 6. And we're going to try to run a sweep the other side. And we don't block it very well, as we end up with we were missing 3 or 4 kids throughout the week. At least one day of practice, and then 2 days gets Well, it was designed to go outside. We were supposed to have a lead blocker, but the lead blocker never got there.
But he had a cut lane up.
So he was going where
he was
supposed to go, and we just didn't block it correctly. But
there you go. There's my man, fearless. Ross, Mr. Ross is absolutely fearless.
That he is.
He will go across the middle and take a hit knowing he's going to get hit.
We get a penalty right there, and so...
And they get it.
We get, no.
That's us again.
That's us again, so now we're in a 1st and 20. And,
that's nothing for a Wildcat.
That's the biggest thing we got to work on. And again, we're trying to run some stuff on 2 or 3.
Look at that. Great job.
Just to slow down that front, because their front gets a great push.
Number 44 is a young man, isn't he?
He is a man. You're exactly right. He's a big old boy. He dwarfs us.
There it is. There it is.
Got an opportunity there. Play executed the way that the coaches put it in, but we get a holding call. And the lineman that got called on, he's doing a great job, great effort.
That's great effort right there.
We hit Kobe there, and I'm telling you, if you want to watch something that I think's really special about this football team, is watch the wide receivers.
I was looking.
They really block.
Yeah.
I mean, just keep watching. We don't get holding calls, and I wish I could tell you, why it's a holding call this play and it's not the next play, and you get really infuriated when you feel like your team's getting called for it, but
and the flag comes in. The flag comes in from Interstate 40.
It
drops over the
judgment call and so forth. But I'll tell you this: that it's a penalty that needs to be changed to where you're penalized from the LOS or from where the holding call was called from, and not be a 16, 17, 18-yard penalty like it turns out to be in high school football right now. And high school football is the only place it's left to where you can get penalized more than 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. Every other penalty, 15 yards is the max that you can be penalized.
Right.
But offensive holding is the one place that in high school football, college football, professional football, it's a whatever, 10, 15-yard penalty, 10-yard penalty is what it is, from the line of scrimmage or from the point if it's beyond the line of scrimmage.
Right.
And it's just a killer, and before I roll over and die or retire
you can see if you can fix that.
I'm going to start pushing really hard
to
get our state to start pushing for the offensive holding rule to coincide with the way it is in college, because as it is right now, that official, and you're talking about one later on in the game where it's thrown all the way from 20, 25 yards away, he's trying to mark the yard line that he's seeing the holding on, and he is looking vertically at it. He's not looking horizontally at it.
Right.
So then it becomes a guess. Was it at the 46 or was it at the 48 that I saw that man doing the holding? And it's tough. And then you get marked off. Well, that 2 yards makes a big difference in the length of that penalty.
Sure it does.
So anyway, that's just me on my own soapbox there. I apologize, but we'll go on. But it is something that needs to be changed for high school football.
You're as smart a guy about this as anybody I've ever seen. Who else in the world would I want to see on that soapbox but you? Hey, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. I want to thank My Old Mayo down at the Donut Palace. That's about all that's left of that right there, but it's good. They're our donut sponsor for the John Ollie Fifth Quarter Show, have been for years. You go by and see them. They're right across from the high school. We'll be right back.
I was looking for a bank that sees me as more than just a credit score or an account balance.
A bank that has my best interest at heart and will help me get better at managing my money.
That answers to me and not some stockholder somewhere.
A bank that's big enough to have everything I need. Checking, savings, loans, credit cards, but small enough to treat me like family.
Turns out, I wasn't looking for a bank at all.
Ascend Federal Credit Union. Banking without the bank.
Since 1917, Builder Supply has been the place to go for all your building materials. It's where the contractors have shopped for years. Builder Supply stocks quality Benjamin Moore paint, Temco shingles, case knives, DeWalt, Stanley, and Makita tools, Peachtree's Southern Rose and Sun windows, Trader's grills, Quickset locks, General Shell brick, Yellow wood, and Pass Load nail guns and nails. Experienced salespeople are there to help you find the right products for your job. So when you're ready to build, whether large or small, think Builder Supply, 301 South Atlantic Street in Tullahoma. The Gondola, located at 412 East Carroll Street, is Tullahoma's oldest pizza, pasta, and steakhouse, featuring all kinds of pizzas, calzones, pastas, and steaks, chicken, pork, sandwiches, and seafood. Check out their daily specials on Facebook. And don't forget that on Saturdays, there's ribs and smoked Boston butts. Add a great variety of appetizers and desserts. And come on in, y'all. Gondola has it all. For carry-out, call 455-9738. That's the Gondola Steakhouse, located at 412 East Carroll Street in Tullahoma. Hey, Tullahoma, stop by McMurray's for all your personal and business needs. Copying and finishing service. That's black and white and color copying, 1 to 1,000. Scan, print, reduce, enlarge up to 36 inches. Brochures, carbonless forms, design services, foam core mounting, fax service, comb and coil binding, lamination up to 40 inches. Wedding services include wedding invitations, wedding programs, and napkins. That's McMurray's, 101 West OG Street, Tullahoma. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. McMurray's. Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Start the second quarter, we run the draw play. And it looks like it's going to be a big game for us. Good tackle there. I think it's 18 that got Bryson. Bryson didn't see him. So, it's one of those times that you get a shot that you just you're not expecting. Was very concerned there for a minute or so. And then when I got out there and he's laughing about it, I knew we were okay. Good job. I believe that's Race Marin that's buried there in the legs and driving him backwards.
Folks, I want you to realize this is a pretty good football team right here we're playing.
Yes, very good. They're running a reverse right here. And you can't see it very well on this side. If you're looking at the end zone cut, you'll see Q try to get away from that big lineman that was coming after him, and he reaches out and grabs him and pulls him back to him big time, and so it was an easy call there for holding.
They didn't get many holding calls, so.
No, but it was a game that both of us had holding, and here Samari puts great pressure on, and so the throw's not even close. Quarterback's just trying to unload it, so we make them punt it.
Samari had a good ball game last night. Well, all these kids had a good ball game.
Everybody did. I'm telling you, there don't be times that you watch 14 that it's in the later on in the game. Q takes on a big old lineman, and you just can't help but go, that's a 145, 50-pound kid taking on a 300-pounder. And I mean, he doesn't come up and take his legs out or anything. He comes up and just takes him on and fights with everything he's got. And running the sweep here again. This time we do block it a little better. And Bryson does a great job at just getting yards after first contact. And
he's a handful.
It's nice having a 215-pound running back. And we just can't get over jumping ourselves. I've got to do a better job at us being able to do that. And Ben Fulton does another good job of just pulling it down and running with it. And he's just on, get rid of that one. To Kobe there.
That was a dead play anyway.
Yep. Well, actually, if we had a little protection, we actually had a receiver wide open behind them.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, but we didn't have time to set and throw. Run that sweep again. We ran the sweep a lot last night.
And they did as well.
And
I thought we had number 3 knocked out of the ball game, but then he came back and
he
played
keeps
a pretty
coming
good
back.
ball game.
Great punt, good coverage. And that's a great punt by Race. And Brian Nims doing the deep snapping. You can't get punts off if you don't have the snap.
That is a fact.
And so, great operation. And Ty Cox.
Look at that.
And he's on to send number 3 to the sideline right there.
Outstanding.
He landed on that football and knocked the air out of him. Defense got them backed up. We need to keep them backed up. It's exciting.
He was there.
And that is Tydrell and company.
Samari was there 3 feet deep and just couldn't get his arm around it.
3rd down and long. And Peyton Howard. Oh, if he makes that interception right there, that's a game changer.
Yes, sir, buddy.
And so we make them punt. And then we've got the ball in great field position. And the head coach just doesn't have enough patience. I go for the big shot right here. And again, you know, we're just not, they do a good job of covering it. So they get the interception, and instead of us getting a big play.
Time on the clock there is about what, 5 minutes?
I don't know. We're still got plenty of time. I thought it was a shot. It's time to take a shot at them, and we had gotten one of our shot plays in, and it got called back for holding.
Right. Yeah.
And so thought it was time to try to take a shot again, and instead we turned the ball over. And so instead of having it in great field position and taking it on down the field, I got impatient.
And number 3 shows back up.
And good job by a host of Wildcats there. Peyton Howard, first one to make contact.
Peyton, a junior or senior? Senior.
And here comes their sweep, and Caleb Stroop on the tackle. And you're going to notice they run into their sideline a lot. And they're trying to run what we would consider to be an ISO power. That's how they make a lot of their yardage, is running straight at you. It's just man-to-man in there.
When there's a close-up on a pile like that, look at the difference between the size of their young men and the size of ours.
Right, and
poundage-wise.
We got Ian Poe in there right now, and Ian's a big old young man, but he's a freshman playing against seniors.
Yeah.
And so it's just different. And they're going to take a timeout here. And so line up and play again. And they're going to throw a pass down the sideline to number 7, Quentin Howard on the tackle. Good play designed by them. We like that play, and they executed it very well. Here comes quarterback. And we missed the tackle. Quentin Howard.
Again.
Quentin played really, really well last night. And they're going to try a little screen, and we're going to get tackled from behind there. And so holding's called, and so we'll back them back out of there.
What does Q weigh? About 135?
Probably about 145 or 150.
That's still not much in today's game.
There's a place for everybody in this ball game from a size standpoint. There's different positions, and this is right before half now. The clock's about to run out. Matt Ross, great job. They flush the quarterback to his left, makes it hard to throw deep if you're right-handed. And so 6-0 into the first half.
Against Marshall County.
So they're the kingpins of our region, have been. I'm sure Maplewood's going to be up there to challenge, but I think I'm correct that they've not lost a region football game since 2014 until last night. So,
and we did it.
Great job by our
Tullahoma Wildcats did it. I'll tell you what. Hey, I want to thank Paige Prescott Lashley over at Sundrop for being our water sponsor this year. This is Deja Blue. Go out and get you some Deja Blue. If you need electrolytes, need a good drink of water, or dehydrated, don't get dehydrated. You know, you can even get dehydrated in the wintertime. A lot of older people get dehydrated. Don't you be one of them. Deja Blue. Thank you, Paige, very much. We'll be back after this commercial break and halftime.
It's football time in Tennessee, and nobody tackles the competition like the Russell Barnett Automotive family. With 6 different locations, 8 new car franchises, over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, a certified collision center with lifetime paint guarantee, Russell Barnett Hometown Auto Rental. Let our family exceed your expectations at the Russell Barnett Automotive family. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
Whether it's a home loan, a business loan, a personal loan, a loan for any good reason, Citizens Tri-County Bank is here to help you with the loans you need. With caring, friendly, lending pros at convenient offices across Tullahoma, we love our community and we take pride in helping people get the loans they need. Citizens Tri-County Bank, focused on making loans for the individuals and businesses of our community.
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. Cheering the team to victory and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live and play well.
If you're looking for fuel, food, or fun, don't forget the Dameron Brothers stores. The Short Stop has fuel, food, and beverages. The Liquor Locker carries all of your favorite brands of wines and spirits. It has party supplies, beverages, and the area's best selection of premium cigars. So for all your party needs, Jeff and Jay say, come on by, and thank you for the support of our businesses. Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network. Daddy Billy's Deli Bar and Grill has been open at 119 Northwest Atlantic Street in Tullahoma for over 40 years, serving up good times and great food. Owner Nick Smith has made a great investment to remodel the inside, which is now a non-smoking facility, and add a great outdoor patio area with a covered stage, a fire pit, and a second bar where smoking is allowed. The food remains great at Daddy Billy's, from burgers to paninis, salads, wings, with new items being added all the time. Be part of the good times at Daddy Billy's, 119 Northwest Atlantic Street, downtown Tullahoma.
Donuts. Tasty. Donuts. Donuts.
Are your teeth dull, chipped, stained, or crooked? If so, call the dental practice of Dr. Mike Long. For a wider, brighter, more attractive smile, Dr. Long offers cosmetic dentistry at its best through whitening, bonding, and veneers. Dr. Long also uses laser technology, eliminating anesthesia and drilling. When you are ready to enhance your smile, call Dr. Mike Long, family practice dentistry for 29 years.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Marshall County's option, they don't take the football, we're going to defend the scoreboard. And Will Stone is doing the kicking right there because we were not going to kick it deep to them. And in fact, when you kick little pop-ups, they have a tendency to run a long ways with it.
Right.
Michael Holliday works with our kickers, and so we worked on some stuff all week long trying to get ready for them. And Samari Lane there on the tackle, Ty Cox blowing that play up. Here comes quarterback, though. That was my biggest fear. They were going to get him untracked in the second half.
Well, we were just a half a step from getting him 3 yards deep.
Caleb Stroop there on the tackle, and they've got a little drive going here. They've opened up. There's a fumble. And how in the world number 3 ends up with that football, I don't know, but he does. But officials are correct when they gave it to the blue.
He was
meaner
than anybody else in the pile.
I'm telling you, he's the one that comes out of there with the football.
Yeah, but we came out of there with a football down the road a little bit, and they didn't give it to us, did they?
That's it right there. Number 3 comes out of there with it, but their lineman had it. The only way that he would not have ended up with it is when he first landed on it, somebody pulled it out from underneath him, but it didn't happen. So, second down in about 5, and hard-nosed football, so make it 3rd and short.
You know, and one thing I'm watching with them is they're close to motion or in motion a lot. And it never got called, and I don't know what how close you have to be to falling or moving until somebody throws a flag, but it seemed like they were pretty antsy.
Here comes the play back over to this side as they were in an unbalance. Race gets a hold of him, won't turn loose.
Great pursuit.
We had him busted at the line of scrimmage, and he almost popped out of there.
Great pursuit to a hard.
Here comes the sweep, and they're kind of steamrolling us right there.
And I thought we'd put number 3 on the pine, and here he comes again. Of course, I guess they thought they put our number 9 on the pine, and there he comes again.
That's correct. Better that time by the defense. Peyton Howard stringing it out. Matt Ross, just a lot better job. Here comes the quarterback, if I remember right, back around this way. They don't stay running into their boundary. That's the one where I told you about 14 taking on Big 73.
Right.
That's about 100, at least 100, probably 150-pound difference.
Right.
And he didn't back down at all. Here comes the reverse. And he's going to fumble the football. And he should have just got it and sat down. But instead, Kobe tries to come out of there with it. So we take over at our own 2. We're going to try a little short pass first and see if we can get out of there. But they make the tackle.
Be fun.
But he was down. Guy landed on top of him, knocked it loose. Thought that we had 3 yards instead of 2 yards. Now we're going to go for a home run here. This is not good. They outweigh us, and we've got them. We just run out of real estate. So I'm going to punt it on 3rd down. People that are longtime watchers of Tullahoma football during the last 25 years know that if I'm backed up, I'm going to try to take the other team by surprise so that they can't either come block it or set up a good return. And so we do that. And
I thought the way Race punts and runs to punt, you might have given him a choice to see a hole.
No. Not when you're backed up at your 4-yard line. Yeah. We just want it out of there. And try to buy as much real estate back as we can.
Good. Look at there. Ooh-wee. I love it.
Caleb's troop knocking them backwards. Q down on his ankles and feet. You know, two DBs getting after it there.
Small DBs.
And we're putting the heat on him. That's good.
Yeah, that's great.
We had good coverage, and we're getting heat on them. Here comes the sweep again. And they pick up good yardage down the sideline before Caleb's able to knock him out of bounds. And they get the touchdown.
I watched this kid make about 40 field goals from the 30-yard line in a row before the game.
Yeah. He's a very good kicker. So, 7-6. Now we got to get it back. And they're going to kick it out of bounds right there. And so we'll take it at 35. And take off running the sweep on them.
Great job.
Pick those feet up. Let's go. Let's get on down that sideline. Pick up 6. Call the draw play. And they got people all over the place right there. That's one of those where outsmarted myself. Should have just kept running sweeps because that's where it was.
There's that cut right there.
Yeah, and they don't call us for holding. And so anyway, you know, throw your arms up in the air because I'm telling you, he's getting his tail kicked right there by 22. Jewel has got him turned, and they get the holding call. So Ben's going to come back, and he just does a great job of scrambling. He had to be out of breath because that's more running than he's done all year combined right there on one play, and he gets the first down.
Yes, he does.
That's a great job by Ben Fulton.
What's your blocking scheme when you're running that draw like that?
Big on big.
I mean, are they going downfield?
If they've got the freedom to, but they got to sell the pass first. The offensive linemen have got to show pass to get the linebacker to start dropping. And then if they're uncovered and don't have a big on big, then they're going to, at that point in time, release and go get a linebacker if they can. But you got to have some mobile linemen to do that, and that doesn't always work. That's a great job right here by Hunter Jewell getting a first down.
Absolutely.
Because they had him behind, short of the first down sticks. And come back, and we hit Hunter again, and we get another holding call. And so we'll run the sweep and, keep making yardage there. It's good. It's just those holding penalties are killers. I mean, we're second down, and we had him still we made a bunch of yards on that previous play, and we're still 16 yards. I mean, we're still 16 yards away from a first down. Yeah. It's tough. And we try the draw again, and good hard running, just hard-nosed running. Big boy football right there.
Yes, sir.
Fourth down, we don't go for it. And watch 21 there, knock off 2 of them.
Great job.
I mean, that's just great effort. Great effort by the lineman, great way to end the third quarter. And it's a ball game, and it's exciting.
It's 7-6.
It's 7-6, and it's old-fashioned. It reminds me of 1970 football.
It reminds me of Dub Cooper and when we ran the single wing.
We can't make any yards up inside much other than off the draw play, but we're making yardage outside. And but it's tough. I wish I could give you the experience of what it's like. But if you're sitting there close to that field last night, it's a tough black and blue type football
that
game.
was a tough environment right there completely, and we're hanging right in there with, well, like you say, they hadn't lost a ball game in the region since 14.
Yeah.
And we're right there with them, and don't you go away, because this last quarter is exceptional. We'll be right back.
The Gondola, located at 412 East Carroll Street, is Tullahoma's oldest pizza, pasta, and steakhouse, featuring all kinds of pizzas, calzones, pastas, and steaks, chicken, pork, sandwiches, and seafood. Check out their daily specials on Facebook. And don't forget that on Saturdays, there's ribs and smoked Boston butts. Add a great variety of appetizers and desserts, and come on in, y'all. Gondola has it all. For carry-out, call 455-9738. That's the Gondola Steakhouse, located at 412 East Carroll Street in Tullahoma.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Mayor Lane Curley is challenging Tullahoma area citizens to join him and walk the Appalachian Trail. And you don't even have to leave Tullahoma. You can get fit this fall by putting one foot in front of the other and walk the Appalachian Trail. You'll win prizes, get weekly fitness tips, and enjoy fun weekly walks with area personalities. You'll feel great getting fit. We want businesses, churches, families, and friends to form a team and join our walk along the Appalachian Trail. Starts September 4th, ends October 15th.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
What they were doing, and he said, yeah, this one's on schedule to be replaced.
All right, here we go. We take a shot, and Jacoby can't get to the ball because he's being hit. So
brutalized. That ought to be at the spot of the foul, Coach, in the end zone.
I'll take a 15-yard penalty because I don't like being on the other end of that one either. I think 15's enough.
Oh.
And we just missed Kobe there. And we're really struggling right here because we're having to play out of an empty set right now. And Ben does a great job. They're all off running, and he puts his shoulders down, tries to get to that end zone. And we're going to come back right here and hand the ball to Kobe. And he does put the shoulders down and drop. Strong legs.
Yeah.
He gets in the end zone. Going for 2. Here comes race in motion. And the pressure's on. And we're going to hit Hunter Palmer. Great job, great execution on the play right there. And I know that looks like a helter-skelter play, but it actually worked exactly the way it's drawn up to work. So that's all I can tell you. I love it. That's a Steve Spurrier play. Stole that from Steve Spurrier about 5 or 6, 7 years ago. I saw him doing it at South Carolina, and I thought, you know what, that's a neat looking play, the way it's designed, and quarterback gets flush, and you still got somebody to throw the ball to. And Caleb, you don't see it from this angle. Caleb Stroop saves the touchdown probably right there and makes that tackle.
I remember that.
And we've got cramping going on. They've got cramping going on. We've got players getting hurt. They got players getting hurt. Samari Lane there on the stop with Hunter Jewell. And we're growing up. I'm just telling you, we're growing up. And that big time shot right there by number 8. And sometimes friendly fire's even getting people. Great job, Samari Lane.
Bang!
And they're a no-huddle offense, so Bob Lamorier has to start this camera as soon as they get lined up, and then sometimes it may take them 20 seconds to snap the ball. And they're trying to run a boot, and, I mean,
wrap him up.
And then we're going to get a personal foul right there because we didn't stop on the whistle. Got to stop on the whistle. Got to play hard in between the whistles, but you got to stop on that whistle. And there's the quarterback. That's what he does best. And we're pursuing. At least we're not giving up. Make them line up and play again. And there was a penalty called against them after the play, as things have gotten a little chippy. And, you know, we've talked to our young men that going into this game, and when I'm talking about it from a mental standpoint, not from an actual thing, but sometimes you just got to get mean. You just got to get mean. Mentally, you got to get mean. And
gotta be a hoodlum every now and then.
You play within the rules of the game, but you got to get mean mentally because they want the win, and you got to want it more than they do.
This is not a nice sport.
And
it's a good sport, but it's not a nice one.
It teaches you how to get knocked down and to fight your way through things. And I'm telling you, we're battling. They're on a score right here, but we're battling.
But I mean, that kid, give him credit. That was one
great play.
Run. Right
great
there.
run by him. And
now here's the kicker who made 30, 25, 30, 40-yard field goals in a row before the ball game.
And he hooked it.
But there wasn't anybody running toward him when he was doing it.
Plant foot, if you look at it, plant foot got out in front of the block, and that made him pull it. And so, you know.
We're ahead 14 to 13.
And, You know, you're looking at that clock thinking, all right, we got to keep the ball away from them. They onside kick it, and I mean, it's a perfect onside kick.
That's probably the best onside kick I've seen, and I don't know when.
And fortunately for us, it went out of bounds. So we got it where the ball went out of bounds, plus this year you get the option of taking the 5-yard penalty in addition to it. So we pick up yardage there and got great field position, and I'm telling you, we have got a first down, but nope.
We got a holding call.
We got a holding call. And
came in from Murfreesboro.
You know, so we're back up, and it's 1st and 20. So we'll run Bryson this way.
Bryson left and Bryson right.
We get back to the 50. So we got a 2nd and 12. And Ben Fulton's going to keep it.
Look at Ben.
How about that? First down for the Wildcats. Don't have to give the ball back up to them.
Channel Ben does it again. Just keep those first downs coming, Coach.
And he's doing a great job of communicating with his line there. He's doing a great job of bleeding the clock down. He's going to hand it off to Kobe this time. And we're able to pick up another 4 yards, 4.5, maybe 5. And, you know, it's tough yards here. Nothing easy.
No, this bunch hadn't been beating the district in 4 years.
Third down,
they're
3,
serious.
big play.
Go
Keep
Bryson,
those
go
feet
Bryson,
moving.
go Bryson, go.
First down. Running Hunter Palmer. And, you know, again, not a whole lot, but we got about 3.5, 4 yards on the play, and that gives you a chance to make first down.
2 threes. And
Ben
4.
tries to keep it this time, and they chase us down from behind. And they're using their timeouts now to stop the clock. We're going to take a shot at them because I've decided that's the best chance we got. And we got it. We couldn't hang on to it, but great effort. Great effort by Jacoby there. And Ben gave us a chance to get it. And it was about a 3rd and 8, 4th and 8 right there. I don't know, second guess yourself. Might have gained that yardage and been 4th and 1 and going for it. They throw a little screen right here. Good call by them. And we just need to tackle him, get him on the ground. We need to try to keep him in bounds if we can. They're going to come back and throw a quick screen right here. And they pick up about 6 or so when he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, they were going tight to that sideline.
They're going to come right back to it, and this time old Race is going to be there right when he catches it, and he gets about a yard at most. So they've got a 3rd down, but he does get out of bounds.
Excuse me.
Quarterback, got to get him. He's going to step out of bounds, which was wise on his part. They've still got to get about 30 yards to get in the field goal range. So, good job. That's great hustle by Ty Cox. Just great hustle. I think Race was the other one on the tackle there. Try the screen this side. That's a great job by Kobe. He can't get out of bounds. They get very little yardage. They have to call another timeout. Now they've got a trick play they're trying to use. We're seeing him. We see the guy. And they're going to roll one way and try to throw it back to 4 going down the middle of the field. And Caleb Stroop comes over the top, grabs that thing, Everybody. Great job, defense.
The Stroop Consortium was sitting in front of me in the stands, and when that happened last night, they blew up.
Victory formation.
Oh, man.
Greatest formation in football.
It certainly is. Look at that. Isn't that great?
Awesome ball game. Coach Osteen and his team played really, really hard, and I know we played really, really hard, and I know that, both of us probably feel like we could have played a little better, but I don't think either one of us could say we could play any harder on that
Bruised
conditions that it was in. And now get ready to go down to Winchester and go play the Franklin County Rebels. And, there'll be a real challenge for our defense. They do a great job with their offense, and whether there don't be a wing tee or whether there don't be a spread will be the question. They've got a transfer quarterback down there that's doing quite well, and if I understood right, threw for a lot of yards last night. And so we've swapped videos this morning. We'll go to work on them and see what we can find out about. But I told Heath McCullough last night, I said, okay, big boy, you better earn the MVP award this week, because we got a lot of beat-up players that we got to get back.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to ask you. I mean, you don't have any major injuries, just
beat-up players right now.
Players, because that was a very, very tough and rumble football game. That's what football's all about, though.
Yeah.
And our boys stepped up, and it's amazing. One of the things that I always appreciate about you, the way you and your staff operate, is we take a bunch of young men game one, and no matter what happens, win or lose, they're expected to get better.
We hope.
To get better.
That's our goal.
To get better. And I know that you have to be proud of what's happened so far in the first three football
especially
games.
Up front, on both sides of the ball up front.
Yeah.
We're a long ways from being where we want to be, but we are so much further than where we were 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
With our up front people. So hopefully we'll keep coming. And we got some young kids. We played some freshmen last night in those line positions. It's just exciting, because you know what those guys are going to turn into.
Yes. They're doing it now.
Yep.
That's good stuff.
So it's good experience.
And folks, like Coach Olive said, we're going to be in Winchester next week, playing Franklin County, and that is our third of the big three. We played Coffee County and played Shelbyville, and also we got Franklin County, sort of a rivalry game, city rivalry game, and don't let them be in control, because they're the only ones in the stands. Let's follow these Wildcats over there, because this is something exciting going on, and I know I want to be a part of it, and you be a part of it as well. Let's go follow these Wildcats wherever they go this year and watch these young men grow up and become really, really good football players. With that said, Coach Olive and I will see you next Friday night, Winchester.